In April 2018, President Trump announced a zero tolerance policy along the Texas border that caused thousands of families to be separated. Despite deadlines and court orders, many families have never been reunited. This video documents this tragic event and reminds us that parental rights are not guaranteed for anyone.
Under current law, we have only two policy options to respond to this massive crisis. We can either release all illegal immigrant families and minors who show up at the border from Central America, or we can arrest the adults for the federal crime of illegal entry.
This administration has a simple message. If you cross the border illegally, we will prosecute you.
Due to the Apostle Paul and his clear and wise command in Romans 13 to obey the laws of the government, because God has ordained the government for his purposes.
If you want to be a president, you shouldn't be a racist.
They just want to be able to hold their children. Children don't want to, they're attached to their parents. They don't even want to go to the bathroom by themselves because they're so, afraid that they're going to be separated.
What you're listening to are the sounds that have been missing from the policy debate around immigration, from the ones with the most at stake, children who've been forcibly separated from their parents.
I don't think we should obey a law that goes against what God intends, that you would take a baby, a child.
It's terrible to see families ripped apart, and I don't support that one bit.
We do have to find the middle ground of somehow, honoring the law of the land, but showing mercy to the immigrant.
Yes, however you slice it, Donald Trump has changed his mind and decided to keep families together. And just in time, too, Melania was about to turn herself in at the border.
Still need to pass comprehensive immigration reform that addresses our 21st century economic and security needs.
The United States will not be a migrant camp.
My friend has a brother that lives in Mexico, so if he puts a wall, they won't be able to come over here. It is a free country, and then you're just taking that away.
don't think this is an American political issue. I think this is simply a human decency issue. And every child deserves to be with their parents. Please help if you can.
So there's no reason that we can't come together and get this done.
Feel something real.
Hello, everyone. This is Michael Goetz. I appreciate you watching my show. You know, the segment that I just ran, man, it was hard on me. It is hard on me. All the years I've been doing a TV show, this one has really struck deep. And I guess, you know, I came from Texas, so it was weird seeing it on the news and thinking about what people went through to get to our border, thinking they were bringing their kids to get help. It turned out we were their worst enemy. It's really kind of a drag. And not just for migrants, immigrants. In America, parental rights mean nothing. I mean, it's a human right thing. Around the world, I'm sure it might be different, but I've been a dad most of my adult life, 3 kids, and I have had to fight enormously to just be in their life. There's no way. I got nothing to lean on, no leg to stand on to say I'm their dad. I got to be in their life. I'm basically just told, pay your child support and stay out of the way. Let them go on and build a new family. Don't interfere. And I've tried to do that through the years. And I'm here to say it doesn't work. I have my oldest son, Justin's in prison for the second time. He's a good guy, but he blames me for not being there. And I'm a good father. I love my kids. I've given my life for my kids. But I paid my child support and stayed the hell out of the way. I thought that's what I was supposed to do. Every other weekend agreement that we get in family court, I was trying to do what I thought was right, but not being in his life made a difference. And I accept that. I go on, do the best I can. But this story about families ripped apart at the border and often kind of underhandedly telling somebody, I'm going to take your kid, get some diapers, and then you don't see him again. They prosecute you, kick you out of the country as somebody trying to cross the border illegally, and it's up to you to kind of track down your kid. And that ain't going well. A lot of these people don't even have IDs and stuff. And so you just got all kinds of situations where young kids are just in detention centers alone, don't know what's going on, and nobody can help them. That ain't right. And there are so many good parents out there that have tried to do their thing, to be in their kid's life, to stand up for what's right. And over again, it's our own family courts keeping this from happening. I fought my father's rights case all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court, arguing that my agreement of every other weekend was not constitutional. It doesn't protect me under the law equally. And, you know, I'm a second-class parent. Over the years, I'm not a dad to my kids. Somebody visits or whatever, sends money. And I need to be there, protect them, to teach them, to exercise my free speech, to be able to say what my children should be raised like. And I've never been able to do that. My biggest thing is these court papers. How is it possible to make a court order that openly violates a person's parental rights to every other weekend? And everybody's okay with that. Just pay your money and go to jail. It's not right. And so this case, this story, has brought up all the years of and people that have fought to try to be parents. I mean, you can't make people be good parents if they don't want to. You pay your child support, whatever, fine. But for those that choose to, that are trying to, for the court to actually stand in their way, makes no sense. So I still think there should be like a constitutional amendment for parental rights. I mean, even the Bible says honor your mother and father, but nobody's really got any rights like that. No way to claim. I'm doing a story about parental rights. I have First Amendment rights to do that. If somebody tries to censor it, I can argue that point, go to court. But the fact that I don't get to see my kids and I don't really have any say in their life or anything, that I got nothing. There's nothing I can claim. I've tried all the way through all the courts we got. So now my child is my youngest daughter, now 18, and my boys are grown. And so I guess, I'm not really a dad like that no more, so I won't be carrying that mantle. But I'm still hoping there are people out there that recognize that what went on in the Texas border is an immigration issue, but it's also a parent issue. And when you hear those kids cry, you can't just do nothing, especially when it could be any of us. If our family is the fabric of our society, the parents, to have the right to actually be a parent, is fundamental to that. It can't be missed. So I encourage family courts to try to make decisions that involve more than just how much money and child support is done. And for our federal government to make a constitutional amendment to some kind of federal statute that says, if a parent is trying to be a parent, it's always best to work it out with the missus or, when you possibly can, work that out. But if you got to go to court, no court should support any plan that openly limits the rights of the other person. That's not right. And our society needs better. The only thing about bad times is that we have a chance to do better. And as hard as this has been for me to do this story, I knew I had to. And I'm hoping that others will follow my case and my website, mikespcshop.com/dad, and try to make a difference, learn from the things I've done and others, and fight for that right. It's fundamental to all of us, everyone. I mean, whether you have kids, I'm pretty sure if you don't, you at least have parents. So you're pretty much involved with this no matter what, as a human race. So this is our chance to build a better union. I hope that you will think about what I've said, talk to others, congressmen, right? Do what you can, man. Raise this issue. See if we can't get some real changes. And more than anything, families hold together, man. Stick together. And those folks down at the border, I'm sorry, man. If you're standing around out in the desert and they took your kids and you don't know what to do, you just walked hundreds of miles to get here. America is a great country, man. I'm a 10-year Air Force vet of the Cold War. I know this. We're a great country. We care about our people. We are good-hearted. We're smart. We work hard. And we don't turn our back on people and steal their kids. That's barbaric. A chance to build a better union, both within ourselves and our communities in the United States. I hope that those that are listening will try to make a difference. I'll do what I can. Stay tuned.